All right, everybody. Final story of the year of the Republican Civil War and continuing to see MAGA figures turn on the former President Donald Trump for completely mild, uncontroversial milquetoast support for getting vaccinated because the vaccines do a good job of protecting you from serious illness, hospitalization, and death from COVID. There's a guy named Allyn Root. Allyn Root. He has been a guest on this program many times, and some of my interviews with him have been sort of entertaining. I don't know how much we ever learned when I would talk to Allyn Root, but there was definitely significant entertainment value. This guy has been one of the biggest MAGA lunatic sycophants for years. And he is now calling for an intervention of Donald Trump because of, again, very mild, uncontroversial statements of support for vaccines from Donald Trump, while still insisting everybody has their freedom and no mandates and no mask mandates and all this stuff. Mild support. And Allyn Root has gone completely bonkers. MAGA sycophant calls for staging an intervention over Trump's vax support. Let's take a look at the clip.
Over the country, and basically I talked about it. Every poll, he's just destroying Biden. He's winning by a landslide. He's one of the most respected men in the world, more than Biden or the Pope. He's made a huge comeback politically and financially. He just doubled or tripled his net worth with his social media company. And I wrote that for a reason, Alex. You know why? Because I felt it was important to establish with President Donald Trump what a huge fan, supporter, and friend I am, so I could then come back with my next column, which will be next week, which is what I call the intervention. He needs an intervention from a friend.
Wow.
Because he's the greatest president of my lifetime. I love him. I will always love him.
I mean, I think he was the greatest president since George Washington until he did this.
Fabulous. And I love the guy. I just got married last month. I'm a newlywed. He sent a letter to be read at the wedding.
Wow.
I'm going on my honeymoon to Mar-a-Lago in March. I've already booked the honeymoon to Mar-a-Lago in the suite right next to President and Mrs. Trump. So I'm a friend. I love the guy. And he's been right on everything except this issue. He's so horribly wrong on this issue. And the best way to put it, ironically, is he's dead wrong, because people are dying left and right. In just the last few days, a 58-year-old Hollywood director, super fit, super healthy, wiry thin. The guy looked fantastic, drops dead of a heart attack. This is the word in every obituary now. Suddenly died. They're all vaccinated and they suddenly died. There he is.
So this is extremely dangerous rhetoric, of course. And as we know, when hundreds of millions of people get an infection, you know, at this point, what is the real total number? Officially, there's 285 million COVID cases. The real number is probably at least double that, All sorts of different things can happen. But the allegation, there's a football player we talked about Monday or Tuesday who died, believed to be seizure related. And immediately it's, it must have been the vaccine. A director dies, it must have been the vaccine. This is extraordinarily dangerous stuff, unproven, unfounded. But most importantly, they're losing it on Trump for something so minor. These are the things that have triggered people like Alex Jones and Allyn Root and others. At an event with Trump and Bill O'Reilly, I guess now it's 2 weeks ago, Trump said the following thing.
But look, we did something that was historic. We saved tens of millions of lives worldwide. We, together, all of us, not me, we got a vaccine done, 3 vaccines done, and tremendous therapeutics like Regeneron and other things that have saved a lot of lives. We got a vaccine done in less than 9 months that was supposed to take from 5 to 12 years. Because of that vaccine, millions and millions of people, I think this would have been the Spanish flu of 1917, where up to 100 million people died. This was going to ravage the country far beyond what it is right now. Take credit for it. Take credit for it. What we've done is historic. Don't let them take it away. Don't take it away from ourselves. You're playing right into their hands when you sort of like, the vaccine. If you don't want to take it, you shouldn't be forced to take it. No mandates, but take credit because we saved tens of millions of lives. Take credit. Don't let them take that away from you.
Okay, so the president made news.
Do you agree with that? Right?
Both the president and I are vaxxed, and did you get the booster?
Yes.
I got it too. Okay, so
Don't. No. That's all. There's a very tiny group of it.
So uncontroversial. It's just, I'm vaccinated, I'm boosted, it's an accomplishment, it's good. And the crowd is booing and people are turning on Trump. Then with Candace Owens trying to do her anti-vax stuff and Trump saying, well, hold on, the vaccines are good. The people mostly dying are not vaccinated people. Here's that one.
We see the corruption, right? It doesn't seem like anybody ever pays for the corruption.
Yeah.
And right now we're seeing corruption live, even in terms of big pharma, which is a huge topic on the minds of mothers, especially. You're seeing what's happening at these school board meetings. Where do you stand on these vaccine mandates? And obviously, I know that you are pro-vaccine. Obviously, you did everything you could to get this vaccine out. I know where you stand on the vaccine.
It was one of the greatest achievements. We did it in less than 9 months.
To be able to do that.
Yeah,
but now it's taken a twist, right? It's gotten, now we went from this is a good thing and people should have this option to military men, you're going to have to resign because you're not getting this vaccine. Where do you stand on that?
Well, I stand on, forget about the mandates, that people have to have their freedom. But at the same time, the vaccine is one of the greatest achievements of mankind. We would have had in 1917, remember the Spanish flu, killed perhaps 100 million people. Actually, it ended the First World War because the soldiers were so, a lot of people don't know that. The soldiers got so sick. It was a terrible thing. There were no vaccines. There was no anything. I came up with a vaccine, with 3 vaccines. All are very, very good. Came up with 3 of them in less than 9 months. It was supposed to take 5 to 12 years.
And yet more people have died under COVID this year, by the way, under Joe Biden, than under you. And more people took the vaccine this year. So people are questioning how...
Well, no, the vaccine worked, but some people aren't taking it. The ones that get very sick and go to the hospital are the ones that don't take the vaccine. But it's still their choice. And if you take the vaccine, you're protected. Look, the results of the vaccine are very good. And if you do get it, it's a very minor form. People aren't dying when they take the vaccine.
What about the masking of children?
These are such, I mean, even in that clip, Trump lies. Even in that clip, Trump lies. These are such basic, uncontroversial things. And it again shows you the fragility. These coalitions are just hanging by a thread. And they fall apart so quickly as soon as something even this minor is said. So that's it for the Civil War for 2021. I expect this to play a major role in the midterms, and these coalitions turning on each other could at the end of the day decide who controls the House and Senate after the 2022 midterm elections.